All right. Welcome to the Ailey Get. Whatever you want to call it.
Welcome to the podcast. We don't have a name yet.
But we're in the process.
You're going to listen to the podcast.
Alright, I'm Ian.
I'm Matt.
I'm Alexia.
Tell everybody a little bit about yourself.
Is that what we were just introducing
We're doing
ourselves?
fucking classroom introductions.
Well, they don't know
Hi,
who we
my
are.
name is Matt.
How about we just get to the topic?
What about the whole not talking over each other thing? What the fuck was that?
I'm sorry.
She's just like yelling.
I thought we were going to do the topic.
Well, people don't know who we are yet.
Alright, yeah, my name is Matt. I'm Xylence. You know, I be making music. I be doing the little YouTube thing. Not as much as I used to, but you know. I just be doing this shit, man. My occupation? No. Unknown occupation. Alright.
Yeah, my name's Ian.
He's so nice.
I'm a nursing student, fresh out of the Hobart High School.
Fresh out of the
Why are you
ice box.
dropping our location?
Yeah, it's been pretty cool. I'm also dating Alexia, the other one, across the
Across
way.
the way.
Yeah.
She's right there.
Yeah, I'm pretty cool. I play soccer sometimes. Yeah, that's about it. Alright, Alexia.
I'm Alexia.
No shit.
You literally, the first thing you said was, I'm Matt.
Yeah,
So I don't want to hear it.
nothing.
I'm Alexia. And basically, yeah. That's all I
Fire.
got.
Fire introduction.
Alright, so
You're
cool.
getting an F if you
So the
do
number
that.
one, the first topic of the podcast is...
Are birds real?
You're peeking.
Sorry.
Shit happens. So are birds real?
Are they? Are they real?
I think that it's around 90-10%. Because
I disagree.
90-10%, that's a big
That's
percent.
what I'm saying. That's a big percent.
Alright. Let me give my reasons.
But which ones?
90
Like which
what?
percent is fake and which percent?
Or 90% are real. 10% are fake. Alright, this is why. I feel like a lot of birds run into glass, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when you see the birds that have ran into the glass,
Yep.
they're dead.
Right.
And there's like blood and
Awesome.
organs places that shouldn't be.
What are you
So
trying to get at?
I feel like if they were like robots or fake, one, they wouldn't run into the glass.
They would run fucking
Two.
And
glass.
two, if they did, there would be no blood.
There'd be no blood. And
Well,
plus,
fake blood.
my second reason, there's bird poop everywhere. You go outside, look at your car, bird poop.
Good example.
Alright, yeah.
So I think that, like, I don't know, man. I don't even know if it's a real fucking, like, argument. Like, I rock with, like, the whole, is birds real thing.
Yeah.
But I don't even know if it's a fake, real movement. Like, do
I
people
don't think
actually
it's a movement at all. I think it's just a conspiracy.
Do people
Like,
actually think that birds are real? Like, I mean fake?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like a lot
it's a
of people.
conspiracy.
Like, hella birds?
Like, yes.
Like-
I could see if
50%
there was, like,
birds.
5 birds that were fake.
no,
no.
like people think that they're like. Some people even think all birds are fake.
I
That's
think.
insane.
go
But
back-
that I feel like is a stretch.
I'm a-
I mean, I can get it. The government be weird.
That's what I'm saying. Like I understand it.
I'm gonna rewind for a second.
I haven't even said
My
much.
reason for my 10% is because no, you guys brought it up. My reason for my 10% is I feel like there are some birds that are just like spy birds, that like the government,
100%.
that the government.
There's
brought.
some-
Yeah.
But do you
But I
think
feel
about
like it's not 90-10 either.
10%'s a lot of birds.
I
You gotta
guess,
think about it. There's
yeah,
probably
that's
more.
true.
there might be more birds than humans.
I think that that's a.
But
I think it might
this
be
is- okay.
99.8.
Matt, pull that up.
Matt, can you pull that up.
Matt, can you actually Google like because okay, so you know how like in the winter the birds all go away because it's too cold. I've seen birds in the winter, so like that's like the one thing that I'm like.
What if they
that's
all,
weird.
when they go away, they
So I
all go
wonder-
to like
There's
the
50.
capital?
There's 50 billion birds.
Okay, yeah, no, I take back what I said. I think it's like 99.99999
That actually makes a lot more sense.
because like 10%. I was thinking of like 10 birds, like one might be fake. But like if
Oh.
I'm talking in the billions,
In the billions.
that's like a billion birds.
Yeah.
That's I don't think there's
But
a billion.
think
I think
about
there
it,
might
there's
be
a
like
lot of
100.
birds.
I say in the United States, I'd say there's probably like
the most. Of
50
any.
fake birds in the whole United States.
Yeah.
One for each like state.
But I feel like it couldn't be one for each state because
you
you
have
have
to
to think
lean
about
back.
how huge the states are and how tiny a bird is. Like even if it's a fake bird, it's small. So it's like the states are just too big for it to be one bird per state. Like there's gotta
Like
be
Texas
multiple.
has like 2.
Has to.
Well, you know what I meant.
Texas has to have that too.
Yeah. Like,
So you
They gotta have
think there's
more than
still?
two.
everything
Do you think
fits
there's states that don't have fake birds?
Yeah, like
Possibly.
Wyoming. Like
Yeah,
what,
nobody
what,
gives a fuck about what's going on there. But
Like-
also,
Yeah.
would it make sense to put a bird there because nobody knows what's going on
That's true. Well, but
What
the
is it? Area
government probably-
66? No, that's in Nevada. That's in Nevada.
there? Area 66. I don't.
Area-
Area 61.
Yeah.
50.
51.
Area
51.
That's in Nevada.
Area 66.
It would make sense for
What
that to
are
be
you on?
birds.
Like Newtown.
Newtown,
Yeah.
2025.
Wait, okay, but if we're on the topic of like that,
Cat.
what do we
Yeah.
what do we think about the aliens in Mexico?
I don't even know what this is. I don't even.
No, they said so.
Want me to
Like
pull
they
that up?
Well, pull that up.
Pull it up, Ian.
No, they found the something about the Mexican government. I guess they brought someone brought what they discovered, and it was like alien bodies that like had died.
In Mexico?
Yeah.
Wait, like what? Where? In Mexico?
Do you want me to give you a specific?
Well,
like,
I
state
mean
or
Mexico's
town?
a
I
big
don't know.
place.
No,
I have no
I'm
idea.
pulling it
Ian's
up.
pulling it up. Yeah, but like, I don't know. The picture looked like. So I saw this thing because the picture of the aliens, it looked like E.T., like Hollywood aliens, like what you would like when you think of alien. That's what you think of. And
That's
someone,
fucking
but
scary.
listen, and someone said, yes, and someone
It
said
looks
like,
E.T.
Phone
that's what I
home.
just said.
Are we done with birds? Sorry.
No, yeah, we're done. But
Okay.
hold on, we're coming back to it.
Okay.
I have ADHD, but not the point. I'm saying, so someone said it just looks like a Hollywood alien, like it's fake. But then someone else said it's Hollywood. They know everything, like they know all the secrets. So of course their aliens are gonna look like a real alien. So I don't know.
I
That's
could
like
see that.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
but that's just what
They're
I
all
heard.
doing
That's
like,
not like
what's it called? Satanism? Not Satanism. The
cult.
No, what Tom Cruise does. The
Oh, Scientology.
Scientology.
You don't have Scientology.
Scientology. Oh my
That
god, they just tapped up
no.
to Scientology.
That's what I was trying to say.
I agree with it. I
With
don't.
what?
I don't agree with Scientology.
Oh.
Oh, I was gonna say.
I was like, what?
Why are you leaving mid
That's
podcast?
in the stretch.
Ian is currently stretching.
Stretch break. Everyone get up and stretch.
And also, stay hydrated.
Yep.
What do you think they would look like if they were fake? Do you think they
Birds.
No, but
Birds.
like, do you think that they would look identical, or do you think you'd be able to tell? The
Pretty damn
difference?
close.
Well, no, I don't know, because someone... I watch too much TikTok, but someone on TikTok posted like a video and they saw like a bird sitting like just like in a park sitting on the ground, and they like started recording the bird, and the bird had like, they saw like a camera in the center of like the bird's head, and as soon as they started recording, the bird flew away.
Have you guys seen passenger pigeons?
Nope.
No?
Pull my phone up.
Pull it up, Matt.
It's pretty much a bird that if you see the bird, you're fucked.
What?
Oh, like the back rooms.
Kind of.
Passenger what?
It's like the passenger. It's like the backrooms bird.
What?
It pretty much, it's a bird that means if you see the bird doesn't exist. Or no, it's a bird that used to exist, but it's extinct now. And if you see that bird, it means you're in the wrong reality.
How do you get back
Oh, that's
to the
kind of.
right
I just
one?
got the chills. That's kind of weird.
But like, how do you even get to the wrong reality?
You were born in the wrong generation.
No clipping,
No clipping.
like backrooms,
But how do you do that?
because it could just happen. Okay. So I'll bring up a conspiracy that we can kind of flip into.
Yeah.
So, you guys know the Berenstain Bears.
Yeah. Oh my god, how it was spelled like different.
So a lot of people think that the reason that it is spelled that now is because at some point everybody in this reality changed. What's the thing? It's like there's a course. What's the thing that's like every single result of anything has its own reality.
The Avogadro, not the Avogadro. The effect. It's called like the.
Butterfly effect? No.
No.
Yeah, butterfly effect.
It might be.
I think
Yeah.
it is
Yeah.
because there's literally a movie about it. My dad made me watch.
But every single
good.
thing has a different reality, and everyone. So the
Mandela
conspiracy.
effect, too.
Mandela effect. That's
Yeah,
what.
that
That's
too.
what it. So the
Yeah.
conspiracy theory with that is that they think that everybody in this reality somehow changed which one we were living in, and
But how did
it actually was Berenstain when we were younger, because it's actually spelled like Berenstain or whatever.
Yeah.
Everybody thinks it's Berenstain, but apparently everybody was just. It actually was called that when we were younger.
So there's like a conspiracy
There's
that
a-
like we all changed it. But how did we all do that at the like?
That's what they're trying to figure out.
The government. No, I don't know.
But because
That's
there's
weird.
fucking. That's just how it is. It's just like,
The brain does weird things too, though. Like the brain is.
The brain does do
Nuts.
weird things, but I feel like at a certain point, like, I don't know. I feel like, because people, I saw on TikTok, speaking on the, like, Berenstain Bears, like, people were showing books from their childhood with, like, the Berenstain Bears, and it was spelled how we all remember it being spelled.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, that's why I feel like the mind does do funny things, but I feel like that's not an example of the mind doing something funny. I feel like that's just a weird...
The money be doing... The money.
The money be doing funny things, too.
Yeah, no, Mandela effects are crazy to me, though.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, do you know what the Mandela effect name comes from?
What?
Nelson Mandela.
Do you know what it is about him, though?
I'm in science, but I like.
Matt,
No,
just tell
it doesn't
us.
have anything to do with science.
It's
Well, what
like
is it? Just tell us. Yeah.
People think that Nelson Mandela died, like, 50 years ago in prison.
But he actually
He just died in
like-
2015.
Yeah.
What?
That's where the name is from. It's because people thought he was in prison and he died. Because he was in prison like the 80s, 70s.
Yeah.
And people think he died in prison. But he actually just died in 2015.
Oh my god, no, I did see that, yeah.
That's what the whole name
I
comes
saw
from.
that
crazy.
explanation of the word. Or the effect, I guess.
Let me pull up the Mandela.
Yeah, but like at the same
Oh,
time.
fuck. Passenger pigeon. Hold on.
Oh, that's right, yeah. Passenger pigeon.
That's how we got on this whole.
Oh my god, have you guys
Mandela
heard
effect.
of, like, this one's weird, but have you heard of, like, skinwalkers?
No, I don't even want to get to the skinwalkers.
Why not?
Okay, so here's an example of a passenger thing. So it's actually a tree.
What?
It's a different version, but it's a tree. So have you seen this tree? Hopefully you have not, because this is a whatever and it is extinct. If you are in fact seeing this tree, we've fallen into some sort of a rip in the fabric of time.
I don't know. It's.
So if you see this tree, you're
But
fucked.
I don't
I
understand,
don't know
like,
because
how
I
you
feel like that's
fall into a
fake.
rip.
Like I feel like. It's,
I mean, a lot of it is probably just fake.
But
But
I don't know.
but that's what we're going into, man.
That's
I
what
know
we're
it's
talking
We're in
fake,
this
but
whole
like I
fucking-
could see it being real too.
But that's
what
the
I'm
thing
saying.
I don't get. Like, that's the part that confuses me is, like, if you fall into a different, like, reality or realm or whatever, like, how did you do that? Like, how did that happen to you?
I don't know.
Like, how do people do... I don't understand that part.
I don't know. Fucking, it just doesn't make sense how like you can just. I don't know.
Oh no.
How you could be, like... How you could be Berenstain and then Berenstain.
Maybe it's like going to sleep, and because like when you sleep,
Shit happens.
Yes.
shit happens.
Just fucked up shit happens.
And then
That's
when
true.
you wake up, you could just wake up.
In a different
In a different
whole different
realm,
world.
yeah.
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 I feel like that happens to me sometimes.
Yeah.
Well, because that's what they say with the whole thing. It's like every single thing you do in life has a separate dimension. That's the word I was thinking of. I couldn't think of
that's the
dimension.
butterfly effect.
Yeah, that's butterfly effect.
Yeah. But that still connects everything. Butterfly effect's crazy, though.
No, it really is, because, like, I don't know. And you know what's so crazy? I remember being, like, little and, like, thinking about the butterfly effect and, like, how different outcomes would come with different choices. And, like, not even, like, for a specific reason, but, like, if I just touched my chair, like, something weird's gonna happen next week. And I would think about that when I was little, but I didn't know what it was called. And then one day, like, my dad explained it to me and we watched a movie, The Butterfly Effect.
Yeah. The new movie.
Yeah. And it all made sense. I was like, oh my god, that's so crazy that I was, like, little and thinking about that.
That is crazy.
All right. It's time for the Mad Effect. The Mad Attack.
The Mad Attack.
It's time
All
for us
right,
to
time for the
shut
Mad
up.
Attack.
All right. Explain what the Mad Attack is.
Any kids watching the thing?
Hop off.
Any kid? No.
Oh.
Kids, tune in. Parents, get away. This is for the kids only.
Hop off.
Kids, ask your parents where babies come from. All right. That's the end of the Mad Attack.
Okay.
You were supposed to take 10 minutes, bro.
No, that's all I
Okay.
wanted.
Well,
Okay.
the Mad Attack is normally 10 minutes where Matt just.
Goes
Gets to go.
off the rails.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely feral.
So,
That's
today's
the
Mad
Mad
Attack. Ask your
Ask,
baby.
Ask
your baby.
ask your babies where parents come from.
Other way
ask-
around.
Ask your parents where babies come from.
And parents, ask your babies what
And I want to
parents
ask
come
Alexia, why is Moxie staring at me?
from. Skinwalker.
Don't call Boxy a skinwalker.
What is a skinwalker?
You've never heard of that?
No.
Dude, they're scary.
Bro, they're
that
so
motherfucker
scary.
back there is not real.
No.
You seen that video? Right?
Yes. Have
Yeah.
you seen the one of the, like, the dog
what is-
standing on his hind legs and then, like, the girl comes home and he, like, drops to the floor immediately? Dude, it's so weird.
Dude,
Oh my
you're
God.
the-
Your
Hold on.
mind's gonna be blown.
Podcast, Matt is pulling up the Skinwalker right now because
Oh my
I am
God.
very
I
uneducated.
feel like standing, bro.
Alright, do some
Fuck it.
standing.
Okay.
Alright.
Alright, I'm
Who
standing.
needs chairs?
For anyone wondering, because there's no video, what we're doing
standing.
right now, Matt is now
pulling it
standing directly in front of the mic. Me and Alexia are
I'm
sitting off
standing.
to the sides in bar stools.
Yep.
And we are
I'm fucking standing.
doing this. All
You
right.
have to find the one of the dog, because the dog scared the life out of me.
So is it just like stuff
Oh
that
my
shouldn't
god,
be
that's
real?
a skin.
That one's
Holy
really
shit.
scary.
Alright, here's a skinwalker dog.
It's like a different like soul. So the theory is that like some souls, I think the theory is something about like some souls getting like trapped and they like, okay, that's a skinwalker. Matt just pulled up a dog that's like oh, that was scary. I don't know, but skinwalkers are like souls that roam the earth and they jump into the bodies of like living creatures like dogs. And then
Or humans.
yeah, or humans.
Or motherfuckers.
Well, like anything.
But the
living.
theory is that they eat other souls
Mm.
in order to take over their bodies.
Sitting again. I'm officially sitting again.
It is sitting.
Oh shit.
But yeah. That's the
Skinwalkers
theory.
are fucked.
Do you think it's fake or do you think it's real?
It's probably real.
We're doing all
feel like
this,
it could
but
be.
let's go back to the fundies, the fundamentals.
The
Okay.
Are ghosts real?
Oh,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Ghosts are 100% real.
Because spirits are real. Like you have a spirit, I have a spirit, Matt has a spirit.
We all got spirits.
Everyone listening to the podcast has a spirit.
Unless
So
they've already
spirit-
sold their soul to the industry, you know?
Facts.
Industry point.
Industry fucking plant. Like,
Listen,
what's his name?
everyone has a soul.
Ian Dewar.
Everyone's got a spirit. So if spirits are real, then ghosts are 100%
Ghosts are
real.
100% real.
Yeah. Do you not
I-
believe in ghosts?
No, I went on a YouTube binge and I was watching all like the guy that
What
does
guy?
all like the ghost stuff.
Like paranormal activity?
Yeah, but he like went to like all the haunted places around the United
Mm-hmm.
States and he brought like stuff and they captured some crazy stuff, like a ghost threw a rock at him. Like they
Ouch.
they can attack you and they can
Yeah.
also just like communicate through like frequencies.
Mm-hmm.
And that stuff is just crazy cuz like there's no way it's not real.
There's so much proof.
And plus like we don't even know what's at the bottom of our ocean. We don't even know what's
We don't
going.
That's so scary to me is that we don't know what
I
is
don't
at
like the
bottom.
ocean, dude.
It
Number one, I
scares
can't
me.
swim well. I'm not that good at
Matt
swimming.
cannot swim.
I could swim, but I'm not like a A1 swimmer.
He's
No,
not
but, like,
Michael Phelps.
The
You're not fucking Michael Phelps. Okay, what the
Michael-
fuck?
Phelps?
How do you say his
Phillips?
name? Phillips?
Michael
Phelps?
Phelps.
Have
That's
you
stupid.
never watched the
That's fucking stupid.
That's stupid.
Change your
Oh
name.
my God.
Michael, if you're listening, change your name.
No, but
Michael.
listen. Well, there's so much. We don't even know what, like, 50% of our brain does, right?
Don't we only use 10% of our brain?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
Like, listen.
Who's the
Apparently-
person that used 11%?
Someone
They
used
decided
11%.
No, I did not hear about that. But listen, we don't know all these
It's a fucking
things.
clip of... No,
There's no way ghosts aren't real.
Yeah, I
there's
know.
no
We've already
way.
We've already
established that.
I
established
know,
that.
but it's just,
Ian, how are you still stuck on that?
it's just crazy.
Okay. I have a story about Ghost. Toast. The most, you know?
Alright, go.
Roast.
Alright, so as I was saying, Ghost. My sister's work, she worked at this insurance place before. She's working at a whatever now. But she
Yeah.
worked at this insurance place and it's they were always so it's literally just like a house. Like the owner lives
Yeah,
there.
it's
Right.
right off of the one.
Ian's trying to like drop where we live.
Ian trying to name our IP. So yeah, as I was saying, so yeah, she worked at this insurance place, and the owner lives there, and they were always convinced that this place is haunted because it looks scary as fuck. It looks like
Like
it
on
looks
the inside or outside?
Both.
both.
Oh, really?
I mean, the inside's just like a classic scary house, you know,
Like from the 70s?
like a movie from like a whatever. But
Scary.
they were actually hit up by a school, like a local school, to do a like they have like so this local school has like a ghost hunting club thing.
What?
And they were like, we want to come investigate. And they went there, dude. They found a hella spirits.
Really?
Like there's like, what the fuck? There's like 3 different fucking things they found outside the fucking house.
Like what?
You know how you do like the thermal thing?
Yeah.
How you can see things like.
Like the temperature, like
Yeah.
cold. And
So they saw that. They also heard voices. They had the thing where you can like ask like the thing questions, like the
and then
spirit
it's
questions. Yeah.
Yeah, that thing.
And they were like, "Is there somebody living in this house that's not the owner?" And literally, the ghost was like, "Yes."
That's crazy.
Like, it was actually fucked up. You got the creepy crawlies.
The creepy crawlies is crazy.
Okay.
We back.
We took an intermission.
We took a little intermission.
We're good now, though.
Yeah. Need a break.
Guess I should move back to my other chair.
Probably.
Why?
I'm a little short now.
What happened? Why is it? Oh, never mind. All right. We're good. Well, while Matt's moving back, let's start some
Alright.
shenanigans.
change it
something.
from
Well, something we
conspiracies.
wanted to talk about was tip culture.
Tip
Oh,
culture.
yeah, tip culture.
So I feel like.
Here's a tip. I'm not gonna say it.
Jesus.
Okay, can I give my stance on this really quick?
Yeah, go for it.
Give us your stance on
It's like I told you
tips.
guys earlier. But,
Oh my god, we almost knocked the whole setup
Ian,
down.
come on.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. No,
Oh,
that
Matt.
was me.
Did you not see it?
I don't know.
The podcast almost just ended prematurely.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's
Anyways.
do one of these. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, we're good.
Okay.
Walk the dog
So
up.
the skinwalker.
No, don't call the dog a skinwalker.
Anyways, so okay, my take on this is I'm not gonna lie. I used to be like when we were younger, because you know when you're like around the age of like 13 to like 16, you go out to eat with your
Ian is
friends.
shadowboxing.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like how you like just go out to eat sometimes and you're not with your parents. I never really noticed when I would go out to eat with my parents. I didn't notice that they like how much they were tipping. I never like paid attention to that.
Yeah.
And so when I would go out with like my friends, I would tip, but I just wouldn't tip the right way, I guess. And then I got a job. My first job was a restaurant, and like that's when because I also thought that servers made an hourly, like a good hourly, and they do not. I think they make like $2 something an hour. $2 an hour. And so they live off their tips.
Yeah.
And then not only that, but they at the end of every shift they have to pay the restaurant back.
Why?
Like sometimes they owe the restaurant because they have to pay first. They have to tax out the tips are taxed
Why?
because
for
it's
them.
money.
But
I
it's
don't know.
for them.
I don't know. They're like taxed, and then so like where I work now, hosts and bussers and like they're given a cut of the server's tips.
Okay.
So like
Which is pretty dumb to me.
yeah.
Because
What's nice for you?
Well, the thing though is I don't understand because when I first started at my job,
you think she sucks?
Well,
no,
no,
I'm saying she wouldn't
listen.
get tipped as a host.
but I'm saying,
I guess that
but
makes
even
sense.
if I didn't, when I first started, they told me that that like starting pay was gonna be like $12-13 an hour, and so I was under the impression that I was just making an hourly, and that was a fine hourly for me. But then, like, I think it was maybe halfway through me working there, I realized, like, I was on my app, my work app, and I realized I'm only making $8 an hour when I get because I clock in and I get my hourly and then I get a share of the tips. So I was only making $8
So
an hour.
my issue with that is, are the tips for the day, for example,
Mm-hmm.
are they split among all your coworkers?
Okay, so this is how it works. So all the servers are clocked in for whatever shift they're in, and then hosts and bussers are clocked in for their shift. And whatever shift you're clocked into, that's the tips you're gonna get. You're not gonna get anything past that. So I only got tips that were made from 10:45 to 4 o'clock.
I'm
today.
saying, are your tips, do they go in with your coworkers' tips? And then or is it just based on your tips, how much you make?
No. Okay, so
Do they add everything up together? Like every server's tips? Do they just add
Are
it
those
up and
all
then
in a
divide it?
bubble?
this is how it works. There's a certain percentage that I get a cut of the server's tips, every single server. So like say there's 4 servers and they have to give me like 2%. Like just, I don't even know what the percentage is, but say it's 2%. Then each of them, no matter what they made, have to give me at least like that's 2% of their tips. And then like sometimes if I work to-goes, people tip on to-go orders.
So what happens
So-
if they tip cash?
Well, I just get to keep the cash. Like
But my
to-go
issue I
orders.
have with that, though, is that you may be working harder than your coworker.
But I'm not serving you.
But it's bullshit because you're not. I get that, but like, what if, say, for example, you're getting you worked your ass off that day, and you got hella tips, like hella good tips.
Right.
But your coworker, they were lacking that day,
Right.
and they only got they got low tips because they didn't earn their tips.
What do you mean, like another host?
Yes, like another you were okay.
So-
Imagine you're working your ass off, and the customer is like appreciating that you're working hard.
So where I work, this is how it works. If I'm say I'm working, like today, I had a coworker. She wasn't lazy at all. Like, we both did our job. But if she was being super lazy and wasn't helping me with the share of work, I could literally send her home. Because now she's making half of the money, because it's split half.
But I'm not saying, like, I'm saying, like, you are earning all your tips. I'm not saying that they're visually lazy. Like, I'm not saying that you can, like, be like, oh yeah, they're acting lazy.
Right.
But your customers, are, for example, are tipping you better than your coworker.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you should get that amount based off what you did. You shouldn't have to split that with your coworkers.
I don't know. It's a weird thing because
if you earn your tips, you shouldn't have to give to someone who didn't deserve that tip.
So, like, this is why I only work mornings where I work, because in the evening, they have more people hosting. So, like, today we saw they had 4 people in the evening. But during the day, because it's, like, Sunday, they had 2 people. So I'm only splitting the money that the servers pay me for doing the work I do. I'm only splitting it with one other person. Which still, it's split in half, and sometimes that, like, gets irritating, and that's why I like to work during the week, because then all the money's mine.
I feel like you just said, I feel like you shouldn't have to split it with your
But I feel like the servers should tip the hostess, though, because they're doing the work, like, the other work.
Well, not only that, but we do help a lot. Like, if,
you do a little of everything.
So if someone gets double sat, like if I just sat a certain server and someone came in and requested a seat in that server section and I go and sit those people there, that server can ask me to, like, get that person's drink started, get their, like, bread and appetizers, whatever, like, you know. So I do a lot of work and, like, I'm on my feet a lot, so it is, like, taxing work, but it's also, I don't know.
My other thing I don't know. My other thing is, like, I feel like even though I don't like that you, for example, would have to split with somebody even if they're not working as hard as you.
Yeah.
It also does kind of make sense because, say, for example, you're having, like, imagine you're working your ass off one day, but your customers are just being shitty.
Yeah.
Like, they're tipping, like, $5 maybe.
That
which,
happens,
I know. I've seen it happen fucking firsthand.
Yeah, no. And there's even people,
which, like, I guess it makes sense. I just feel like, I don't know. I feel like you should work for your tip.
But there's also
there's also people that don't tip, that are just cocks.
No, and last week we had a customer, literally someone came in, sat in this girl's section, and it was him, and he had his baby with him. And he looked at the server, like, he was done eating, but he was still sitting there, he hadn't paid yet. He looked at the server and he said, hey, can you watch her really quick? I have to run to the car. Like, you don't know that person, that's a stranger.
I'm not doing that.
But that was the first part. Then he comes back, he pays, and he leaves, like, real quick. And then she's like, yeah, he didn't tip me, but he also, like, didn't leave enough for the bill. So then when that happens, the server has to pay off the rest of it.
What?
That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't fucking make any sense. Why would the server have to pay for the person's food?
I want to piggyback.
What the fuck?
I feel like the restaurants are at fault because, like, I feel like U.S. is, like, one of the only countries.
So this is where it's hard. The servers aren't getting paid a good hourly, and that I think is unfair in a sense, because I think that they should get paid a really good hourly. They're servers, and they, like, it's a lot of work to be a server.
Like, a server in another country is, like, a prestigious job.
Yeah, but the thing is, they don't get an hourly, like, a good hourly, because if they did, your food would be so much more expensive, because then that company's pouring even more money into their employees. And you have to think, the cooks in the back, and all the people in the back, they don't get tipped, so they have to make a good hourly for the work that they're doing. And so the restaurant has to think about who they're giving money to and who has the opportunity to get tipped and who doesn't.
It's just bullshit. I think that we direct, like, that customers themselves.
Yes, you're paying them.
I get it. I mean, I understand that technically, wherever you go, you're technically paying the coworkers or the customers, because anywhere you're going, technically that money is going towards whatever. But these restaurants, like, they have enough money to
pay something.
Pay people better.
Yeah.
Like it's still crazy. There's places nowadays they're still getting paid like $3 an hour.
Yeah.
And they're like $1 million companies.
Billion-dollar companies.
But that's the thing I was trying to say was, like, when they first told me I was gonna make 12 to 13 an hour, like, I signed on, I was ready to go, and then I noticed I was making 8, and I asked my manager about it, and he was like, "That's weird. Let me go check." So he went to the back and he checked, and he came back and he let me know. He was like, "Oh, you're only making $8 an hour, like, on your hourly pay, because including your tips, you're averaging $15 an hour."
That's not.
Yours still is only $8 an hour.
Yeah,
that doesn't
hourly,
make sense.
but my tips included makes me average out to $15 an hour.
Oh,
That's
I
fucked
thought
up,
you were
though.
making 12.
They shouldn't advertise it as whatever though.
That's what I'm saying. That
Because
threw me off.
even
you
though,
can't say that. They
like,
started me like that.
Because I'll bring up the example before I was saying you're just having
False
shitty.
advertisement.
You're just having it is. Or not. What's the word? False.
Lying.
It's lying.
Catfishing me. They catfish.
No,
me
there
with money.
should be a. It's just like because even if it on average is that.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it is on average that, you could be getting the shittiest the shittiest customers.
Okay, so like my mom has always made.
You could have a day where you legitimately just only make $9 an hour.
Yeah, people. Yeah, that happens. Like that happened to me last week at one point.
You don't have to do all that.
Okay, so my mom always told me that I need to tip because so and all the servers aren't making a good hourly. And for me, that is just like, it's weird because like, think about it like this, like as a customer, what's like the point of tipping if you just have to? Like, I feel like if you get a tip, that should mean like you're really good at what you do and like they want to pay you extra. But it like, tip culture is you have to tip because you have to help these people get by.
Lives.
Yeah, like in their lives. Because
That's my problem I have too is that like
why can't you just tip based on service?
I can go out to a restaurant and like the waiter,
Server, waiter,
whatever.
waitress.
They could suck dick. Like they can be the
Pause.
no, like they can. Okay,
They could really
pause.
be horrible.
They could be terrible. Like they
Yeah.
can literally like mess up. They can give me the wrong thing. I'll be like, oh, can you grab me something? They just don't grab me it.
Right.
And in my mind, I want to be like, oh yeah, they don't deserve a tip.
Right.
But also, it's like,
Well,
am
the
I
way-
gonna be the guy that doesn't tip?
The way my grandpa thinks about it, because me and him have actually had this conversation, and I never thought, like, just because how my grandpa is, I never thought his views on this would make so much sense, but they do. And he told me, he was like, I mean, if I get average service, like, it wasn't horrible, I'm gonna tip between, like, 15 and 20% because I know that they're not making the money that they deserve. And I feel like they just did a service for me, so I should be paying them. And then he said, and if like they get like really bad service, him and my grandma, when they go out, if they get like horrible service, which happens rarely because most of the time servers are trying to give good service so they can make good money. I mean, it happens where sometimes servers aren't giving the best service, but like when it does happen, they just tip a little bit less. And so I don't know. I think that servers should always be trying to like win over their customers in a way, but it also just sucks that
I have
it has
something to
be
say.
like
I feel like that the restaurants and like the companies know that like people know that the servers and the hosts aren't getting good hourlies, so they feel like they have to tip because then they could just use that as an excuse not to give them an hourly. Because like everybody knows already that they're not getting paid a good hourly and that they have to tip, so why would they try to change it if it's fine how it is and they have to take less money out of their own pockets to pay the people? Because then they could just profit the rest based off of like the feelings of the customers towards like the servers and how they don't make enough. So I feel like that's also another.
I wonder what would happen if like the whole world just decided to stop tipping. If like I feel like restaurants would definitely be forced to pay their servers
I feel
more.
like
They would.
I feel like
But
if
then all your food is going to be
You want to hear something
more
crazy?
expensive.
America is one of the only places in the entire world that tips.
yeah.
Really?
You don't know this?
that's
In
what I was
every
trying to
other
say.
country, like in if you go to like somewhere like in Europe, for example, tipping is not normal.
Yeah.
Really?
Tipping is an additional thing
Yeah, because
they get paid good hourly. Like they get paid like living wages.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
That's
So
why I was saying like it's like a prestigious like good job.
But
out
see,
there.
that's what doesn't make sense to me because if you're in Europe and like those jobs in those restaurants are paying their employees really well, like people make TikToks all the time about how life over here is so much cheaper and people are making more money. So that's what doesn't make sense to me, like how, because that was always the like assumption and the excuse of restaurants is like, if we pay our employees more, then your food's gonna cost more.
I feel like
But
it's just
in Europe,
an
that's
excuse
not
so
the
they could
case.
profit more.
I think
And
so.
then at the same time, like back all the way back to what you said, I feel like if everyone stopped tipping, servers would end up going on strike, and then and then everything would get.
And you know what fucking
fucked.
you know what would suck about that too
What?
is that if everyone
can't go
stopped
eat.
if everyone stopped tipping and say all these people went on strike, it would look more as a societal issue.
It would, yeah.
Other than a business issue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel
Because
like
we would
really
because
have to
it
make
would be
clear.
viewed as, oh, people are being selfish
Yeah,
because we're
choosing not to tip.
yeah.
America's also kind of fucked in a lot.
Yeah, that's like
Yeah.
no, we're so
In a lot of
fucked.
ways.
We're like fucked
Yeah.
up. Like it's bad,
Yeah,
Not good.
but
like,
not good.
all right, next.
But it's also better than all. You know what?
I
It
have
sucks though
something to
because
say.
even though America's fucked, it's also better than a lot of places.
yeah,
that is true.
That is true.
Because we
but-
have certain freedoms that, like, if you go somewhere else, you don't get that freedom. Or
like
like
Langelo Ball.
what?
Anyways, I feel like another
It's
thing.
nothing to do with
Why
that.
should people have to pay for healthcare? Like,
You brought that up to me, yeah.
like,
It doesn't make sense.
if you're
Yeah.
unhealthy, why should you have to pay? Like all the like a bunch of countries in Europe, like healthcare education is free. Like if you want to go to college or anything, it's free.
But
But
then
here
how are
it's
those
like
teachers getting paid?
50 racks. What?
Like, then how are teachers getting paid? And
It's all funded by the government.
yeah, so then I don't understand why, like,
Canada,
America doesn't take
Healthcare is
money.
free.
Yeah, exactly. We're already paying taxes, so why can't our taxes be used?
My thing is, I understand
Because they're using our because be fucking we're.
It's fucked. Basically,
Hear me out.
Mm-hmm.
It's because
it's not no.
let's think about this.
Mm-hmm.
The military spending
Mm.
is fucked.
Mm-hmm.
We spend so much money. We are above every country by like billions and billions of dollars.
Like, why
Yeah.
can't we just be above by like even 1 billion?
I legitimately think it's the military that's fucking us.
I get I
Yeah.
get why we spend so much money on the military, but I was also like watching this documentary, and the United States is literally like one of the hardest places to like attack our homeland, because on the East Coast it's water up to the shore, right?
It's a bag.
It's not a
Okay.
machine.
I was like, okay, so it's like water up to the shore, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then there's just like a city, like New York City,
Yeah.
surrounded by water. And then there's also like military around there. West Coast, same thing. But then if you try to move in on each side, what do you have? On the East Coast, you have like lots of trees, like forest stuff. And then on the West Coast, you have like desert and literal mountains. Like, you know how there's like, I don't know, the Smoky Mountains, is that where that is?
Yeah.
Literally just, like, imagine someone to try to drive tanks through the Smoky Mountains. Like, it's not happening. And then we have a country above us. So,
Yeah.
like, they would try to not let bad guys get into
Right,
their
'cause
country.
they don't wanna
And then we
be-
have a
yeah.
country below us, too.
See, my issue I have
So
is
it's
though,
like-
is as much as we're spending on the military, I don't want to be like they're not doing anything, but
No,
like,
there are. But at the
what?
same time,
Where's all the money going?
that's what. Yeah, that's
What building fucking
no.
billion-dollar fucking
And I
spaceships?
saw
They
this
just
thing.
what do you, dude? You know how much it costs to make one of those fucking military jets?
A lot.
It's like multiple $1 billion.
Yeah.
And they literally, did you hear about the one they fucking crashed?
Yeah, like, they'll just
Yes,
crash.
yeah.
Like they cost billions of dollars to make, and we literally
just
and they let like a fucking unpaid intern fly it. You saw
Yeah.
that, right?
yeah.
There was
I
like a
saw
military
that, yeah.
fucking like a military jet that was like we only have like 20 of them in the world, and they let like a pilot with like 20
Zero
hours
experience,
of
yeah.
experience fly it, and he literally fucking crashed it, and that was like billions of dollars down the drain.
And
Well, I
that's
read
like
this
tax.
thing-
That's like our money. Like, us three.
We spent money on that.
Like,
That-
they probably used one of our
no, not
pennies.
you evade taxes.
Dude, that's not even true, dude. I pay tax.
Well, no, I read
I'm
this
joking.
thing
He
though.
doesn't evade taxes, the government.
I read this thing though. It was like the world as a whole is in like so much debt, right? But the
Especially
United,
us.
No,
We're in
but,
a lot of debt.
But I read this thing and it said that the United States is literally in more debt than like the other countries like combined.
Yes, we're fucked because of the military.
But the thing is, I don't
Take
get
all
why
of our
we're
money.
but I don't get why we're in so much debt over the military when like veterans, let's say, veterans when they come back, there's so many that get nothing. Like they come home,
It doesn't make sense.
they come back with no home to come to.
I don't know
like,
why we don't
Okay.
use all of our military spending.
I don't know how
to help them when they come back.
like, we are rising in debt as we speak. So, what I don't understand is
This
why
became
are
very
we in
political.
debt? No, so like,
We're just
someone guess how much we're in debt right now.
I don't know.
$200
trillions,
billion.
Trillions.
Okay, both of you guys again, one more time.
$50 billion.
Trillions.
$32 trillion.
I knew
Yeah,
it.
I knew it was more than that. I don't
Yeah.
know why I said that.
I knew
yeah,
it was in the trillions.
There's $98,000 in debt per citizen.
Look up how much we spend on the military every year.
Okay.
How much money does America put into the military every year?
Ian,
Because my issue is though, where is this money going? Because if you compared how much money we spend on the military every year, you would think we're like
$766 billion.
You would think we're taking over every country.
Yes.
Like you would think the Americas.
I feel like they're trying to prepare to do that.
I feel like,
but like, why?
But like instead of doing okay, like I get it, we need a strong military. Like shout out to all the veterans and stuff. But like, why can't we not use some of that on military and use some of it on like healthcare? That way, like, say your old grandma needs some medicine, or like,
it's just fucked that there's how much 766 billion every year.
Yeah,
we spend that much every year on the military, and there is millions of homeless veterans.
Yes.
Veterans.
And I think that's why so many places, like restaurants too, do like the veterans discounts or whatever. And I used to feel so bad working at that candy place. I'm not gonna say where, but
I feel so bad whenever somebody asks me.
But I worked at a candy place, and I felt so bad anytime like a veteran would come up and ask, like, "Oh, do you guys do the discount?" And we had to tell them, "No, sorry, we don't do it." And I feel like that's kind of selfish on like that business's part, kind of, because why not? They have so much money.
People who like
they have so much money
hard.
though. Like that.
Well, the thing that sucks
so
mainly
money.
about them is because there's a difference too. Is because like nowadays we have enough people that want to go into the military that we're not. Those people were like
drafted,
forced. They were like they had to.
And that's why it sucks. Yeah.
My grandpa had to. But it's like crazy because like we have so many people nowadays that want to go into the military that we're not. Me and you don't have to worry about getting drafted tomorrow.
Yeah.
But they were like, especially like them, like I don't know, man.
I get they have to get paid, right? And there's a lot of people in the military, so obviously I think it's a good thing that a lot of money gets spent on the military. But the amount we spend is just nuts. Look up how much we've compared to other countries.
But if you think about it too,
like look up military spending by country.
But you have to think about the other part of it too. Is like the military spending is also like say someone goes to the military and they have like a daughter and a son. The military has to pay for those kids to go to school and to go to college, like, you know. So like I understand certain things, but there's sometimes
okay, I'm just gonna say this real quick.
What?
All right, so it goes United States. All right, ready? United States, China, Russia, India, Saudi Arabia, United Kingdom, Germany, France, South Korea, Japan, and Ukraine, right? All right, minus United States, all of those countries combined have less than the United States.
That's what I'm saying. That's
and
what
you know what's even crazier about all that? If you base that spending on why do we see all these countries as a threat? Doesn't make sense to me.
But
we're putting so much money in. I know money obviously doesn't.
I think we're getting a little too political.
That's what I tried to say.
It's bullshit, dude.
Oh my god, Matt feels so strong.
Angry.
I'm getting pissed, dude. I'm pissed and angry.
All right, yeah.
I'm gonna.
All right, listen.
Punch the fucking microphone.
When is Drake dropping?
I think it's October. It's October something.
Oh no, you already lied like twice.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about liars in the rap game.
Drake. No.
Playboy Cardi.
Yeah, Cardi. I was just
Cardi lies on everything.
Cardi's always lying,
all right.
bro.
Top 3 artists, go.
Ooh, top 3. Okay, so you know Drake. I love Drake. Top 3 artists. Ooh, Nicki Minaj. I love Nicki Minaj. Wait, can I get 5?
All right, yeah, you can get 5.
Okay, so Drake, Nicki Minaj, Young Money. Lil Wayne. Jesus. Love Lil Wayne. Eminem. Who's another rapper that I love? Oh,
like
Snoop.
your top 5. Like, don't try to do the people's. Like,
no, this is my top 5.
Okay. She likes Eminem, dude.
Well, these are the big ones that I listen to. Like, if you listen to music I listen to, like Matt, the music I listen to.
All right.
Would you not say
that?
Yeah,
no, that's a good top 5.
All right, Ian,
I was
top
making
5.
sure. All right, my top 5.
I'm actually interested in what your top 5 is.
Right.
Like as of today, because my top 5
right
changes.
But you have to remember,
month.
Ian discovered music in 2016, so
yeah. Okay, well,
go ahead.
All your artists are making music in 2016.
Yeah, but they were all making music before then.
Hit me.
All right, so my top 5. I'm just gonna put this out there. My top 5 changes like monthly. So
okay, right now, who's your top 5?
As of September, top 5 is Kanye,
Kanye,
Lil Wayne, Drake, Playboy Cardi. Babytron.
Yeah, I'm about to say it had to be
I
Babytron.
do not like Babytron.
Listen to
I'm
Babytron.
sorry.
So, you talking about it so much. It had to be Babytron.
Unless, yeah. Honestly, I could replace Drake or Lil Wayne with Too Short because I've been listening to a lot of Too Short, but
Went to one concert.
He loves Too Short.
And
No,
he's
but
the
I've been
biggest
listening
Too
to him a
Short
lot.
He's been
fan.
rocking with Too Short.
like I said, it changes per month. So all right,
Yeah.
Matt, top 5.
All
Oh, I
right.
forgot Uzi, but yeah, whatever.
All right. My top 5. Sounds fucking basic, but Kanye,
Okay.
Uzi, maybe a little bit of Cardi.
A little bit.
Rocking with Cardi.
Just lit.
Man, fuck. Right now, if I'm talking about right now, like probably fucking. Oh, it's so basic.
SpongeBob, the guy.
Brand new bag for pearl body and pay for it.
Oh my
It's hard,
God.
dude. Travis Scott.
Yeah.
I love
And
Scott, yeah.
I'm not the
man,
biggest
who
Travis
is?
What?
Who else
I
is
like
in
it.
my top 5?
Top 5.
Who am I?
Drake.
I like Drake. I'm
No,
gonna say he's
Drake.
top 5 though for me. I might put him top 5.
Alright.
Either Drake or
Think
she.
about
this
it
like
like this,
We
but-
should do a monthly thing of just like
Either-
Like top 5.
Yeah.
I think about it like this though. Drake has never like all of his songs have been either catchy or they like just blew up because they were just really good.
all of them. Every
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 song.
single one.
Drake has bad songs. Let's not
Drake
act
what?
like Drake.
I feel like no artist has
Yeah, you have,
only
to,
good
you
songs.
have to grab your phone. You can't think of one off the top.
Because
of your
I don't
head.
listen to bad songs. What the hell?
Oh
How
my
the fuck would I
God.
listen to a song if it's bad?
I guess.
Alright, but listen to
Well, Ian listens to Babytron.
anyone that is listening. You need to listen to Sith Ward by Babytron.
Don't listen to Seth Lord, please.
Don't listen to Sith Lord. Babytron sucks.
It's actually not.
Your opinion?
Yeah.
Yeah, my opinion.
Everyone
I don't like
is-
Babytron.
Subjected.
I
or
would love
everyone.
for everyone on the podcast to take a vote
All right. Now
on Babytron.
I'll discuss why I think Drake is not one of the best artists.
What? Okay.
I think he's a good artist.
Yeah,
He's
for
a
sure.
Wonderful artist.
He's a great artist.
Top
You're
3.
saying he's not one of the best ever?
No. Yes.
He's a goat.
He is one of the goats.
You,
Okay. I'll say my
Do
issues.
you
With,
not know about the big 3?
I'll say my issues with Drake. The big 3.
Lil Wayne, Drizzy,
Don't
and
say
Nicki
Nicki
Minaj.
Minaj.
That is the big 3.
Nicki Minaj is not a GOAT artist.
Yes, she is.
No, the fuck she's
She might be a
not.
pioneer, but
She's a- she's a-
goat. I don't know about goat status. She has
Goat.
really good songs, but I don't know about goat status.
Okay,
Well,
my
you
issue.
know what?
Okay,
I'm
no,
a
I'll say my
barb,
issues with Drake.
so-
I'm
My
a
issues
barb
with
too.
Drake
You're
are,
a barb.
I don't know. He has a lot of songs where it's just like I've said this before to Ian, I think, but he has this fucking thing that he does in a lot of his songs that really hates me. That really hate. The chorus is like, the verses are always like, yeah, I'm in the club and I'm fucking all these bitches, like every bitch in the club, I'm fucking
Okay.
this bitch, and the chorus is like, but you girl.
Yeah, that's like Future shit. That's like Future literally makes songs like that.
I get it, but like
And Future's a
Drake has.
goat.
He's good. He's great. No,
Oh my
Future's a
God.
go. He's up there.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think Drake has a lot of songs that just come off like monotone
But
and just like boring.
I agree with that, but then
I
like you
don't.
listen to like You and the Six, like that's goat status.
I'm not acting like he has goated songs, obviously.
So what do you think
but
about
like
Legend?
I like Legend
Okay.
because Legend has. But no, I'll say like Nonstop.
I just flipped this. That's catchy.
Nonstop's
Though.
boring.
It's catchy.
Not really. What other than I just flipped a switch?
Flip. I don't
Okay.
know nobody else's.
It's just
doing this.
boring.
How?
It's monotone.
But everyone
It's
can have their
boring.
own opinion. That's what's the
Everyone's
This
best.
is my.
fan,
I'm giving you my
yeah,
opinion.
I guess.
It's boring. It's monotone. It's
But my opinion is that your opinion is.
Alessia's gonna say, "Well, my opinion is right."
Well, my opinion is that your opinion is wrong.
Okay, well,
Like
that
no,
sucks.
well because like how is that lame? Like, what do you think about Mob Ties?
it's fine.
Fine. Like,
No,
these
I
are
it's good.
monumental
think Drake has
records.
to be one of the goats. He's been doing this shit for like almost 20 years.
years and years and years.
He started releasing music in like what 2009.
Okay.
Okay,
I'll just
so-
say right now,
alright.
Kanye is the best artist
Okay,
of all time.
so let's talk about this
I
then.
can agree.
Drake or Pusha T?
Who's Pusha T?
I like
Exactly.
Pusha. What does that have to do with anything?
I hate Pusha.
What does that have to do
That's,
with your
but
argument?
that's my point. Like,
When did I bring up
no,
Pusha
it's
T?
just, you didn't. It's just a question. It's just a question. Like,
Fuck
I'm
are we
just throwing it
talking-
out.
If we're talking about
Because
rap-
Drake and Pusha
Okay,
T had like a
as an
beef.
artist, Drake is a better artist. if we're talking about bars for bars rapping, Pusha T is a better bars for bars rapper than Drake.
But I feel like Drake isn't just a rapper. I feel like
Okay, so you can't say he's not the best. But, so earlier you said Drake was the best rapper.
Might be the best pop star.
He's one of the best rappers of all time.
Oh, no, he has inconsistent lyrics. He has he says shit like fucking. You can't have songs like girls. What is it? Girls Want Girls. The song with Lil Baby, whatever that is.
Oh, she said she's lesbian. Girl, me too.
You cannot have songs like that, but then also, I mean, I don't know. I'm not. Well, my thing is, I love Kanye. I don't think Kanye is one of the best rappers. He's the best artist of all time. I stand by that. But like, I don't know, because he has the whole.
Kanye is so creative though.
He has one of the worst. He has one of the most fall off albums of all time.
Which one?
Jesus is King.
Oh yeah.
It's not. I mean, it just has songs like "Closed on Sunday."
You're my Chick-fil-A.
Like it's just like
what is it? Number 2, number 1 with the lemonade.
Just bad.
All right, so let me give my reasons why Babytron is. No, I'm joking. All right, no, but all seriousness.
No, I want to hear your opinion on Babytron.
All right, I'll talk about Babytron for a little bit. I really like his flow. I really like his wordplay, like what you said earlier. Like I really like his lyrics. Like I like him for reasons that like Alexia doesn't like him. Like I like him.
I'm gonna turn into a particle.
Like he raps about shit that like.
I'm
not gonna say about like I can relate to. ATMs. Like I can't relate to certain stuff, but like he references a lot of like sports
that you like,
and then like also like video games.
But he also said that he was about to scam AT&T.
Yeah, but that's just like
that's just so weird. I understand that, and like that's cool that you like that, but for me, it's just like I can't relate to it. It's not. See, I like music.
But
I can relate to.
Barb?
Yes, I love Nicki. All right. Well, Nicki's got some real songs. Like, if you listen to Nicki,
so does Babytron.
But Nicki makes songs for like everybody. I feel like Babytron doesn't make songs for everybody. I feel like that's a difference.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Well, he raps about shit that like you don't know who
Have you
Alex English is. No, like he'll be like killing shit like Alex English. Alex English, you know?
Alex English.
Like he'll be just going and then he'll just name like some basketball players from like the 80s.
So you like him because he name drops your favorite basketball players?
He's not my favorite. It's just like it's like
funny.
It's cool. It's cool that he could.
It's just goofy.
It's cool that like he could be rapping about anything, but then just like reference something that like you know about from like you probably just like you even forgot about. Like the Porter's X2 turned him to a particle. Like, dude, I used to be 12 years old. Playing Call of Duty Zombies with the ray gun pack-a-punch. Guess what it's called? The Porter's X2. Like,
and you know what it did to zombies? It turned to a fucking particle.
Like, that's crazy. You know?
I guess. I don't know. I just don't...
Like, I don't, like... Let me put this out there. I do not like some of his songs. But, hey, I like some of his stuff. Like, just like how I was a big Rod Wave fan, you know? I listen to songs a lot for the beat too. Like it's not like I'll listen to certain artists depending on like what I want to hear.
But his beats are all like stolen beats.
Exactly.
They're not stolen. It's sampled.
It's funny. Like it's funny, but then like hearing someone else over the beat is like cool. Cause like imagine like your favorite artist over someone like one of your other favorite artists.
But that's the one thing. Like I like it sometimes, but I like it more when artists like take a beat and they make it kind of different. You know.
Like Uzi with.
Cause like, have you like?
I was blue, I was green.
But see, I don't like that. Like that, the David Guetta one and BB Rexa. I didn't like that song. Cause I liked the original one. I liked the original one, but they used the exact same beat. They used the exact same beat from the original song.
I fucking hate that song. I'll say that.
But I'm saying they used the exact same beat, and so I don't listen to that song because to me it's just like.
I like Endless Fashion though. Lost on my soul for Chrome Hearts mixed with Carhartt. That shit's hard, dude.
Like I just feel like everyone has like a different music taste, and like I feel like I feel like a lot of people listen. I feel like a lot of people listen.
Oh shit!
I'm sorry. I feel like a lot of people listen to like different artists for different things.
But I feel like a lot of people also listen to music based off of different things. Like you listen to it because you like his references, and it like takes you back. That's great. I listen to music because, like, I can either relate to it...
Or it's just hard as fuck.
Or, yeah, like, or it just goes hard.
Like, some of his songs, nuts. Like, no, I don't...
Also,
my
his
blick on
music-
people on I-95.
But also
like,
his
no,
music. Well, I listen to Key Glock, but I'm not Key Glock.
Exactly. So how are you gonna say?
Because also his music sounds like he recorded it on like a microwave.
No, but you literally said that I can't listen to him because you referenced to scamming AT&T.
Well, no, that's not why I said I can't listen to him. That's one of the reasons. If you listen to what I said I listen to artists or music because I can either relate to it or it's catchy. Like, I like the beat.
Yeah, that's
or
what
I
I
like
was
the
trying
words.
to say. Like, it's catchy.
It's catchy to you, but something that's catchy to you might not be
Yeah,
catchy.
that's what I'm saying. Like, everyone's music's different.
That's why, like, that's also, like, goes back to, like, fan bases. Like, if you look at the fan base for, like, My Chemical Romance versus, like, Drake's fan base.
Or like
It's a very
Taylor
different people.
Swift versus Cardi.
Or, like, Taylor Swift versus Beyonce, because that's a big topic right now. Like, people are comparing the two a lot right now.
Why?
That's the thing that
Why?
me and my
Why?
stepmom were
Beyonce
talking about.
is like
The
a
queen.
generational artist.
The queen bee.
Taylor
literally.
Swift. I mean, Taylor Swift's cool.
But I feel like people only like Taylor Swift. Okay, this is gonna be
Bad boy.
controversial. What I'm about to say is gonna upset
Oh,
a lot
God.
of people.
to the Hooters hot take section.
All right, you ready for my hot take?
Alexia's gonna say.
I'm about to upset a lot of people. Okay, so Taylor Swift,
Hooters hot take.
Panda's hot
Kanye
take.
quite literally created Taylor Swift into who she's. Kanye literally got up on stage and said, like, I'm gonna let you speak, but that award wasn't for you. Like, that you didn't deserve that. And to be honest, at the time, she didn't. I understand why she's winning awards now. I get it. But all of, like, I don't know. I feel like Kanye
This is why
created
it's a
Taylor
hot take.
Swift. That's why it's a hot take.
I have a hot
Kanye
take.
created Taylor Swift.
I have a hot
All
take.
right, I have
Or we'll go
I have a
order.
response to your hot take.
We could do responses to each other's hot takes.
Yeah.
A cool
I
down.
love Kanye. It's music. Him as a person is not a great person. Right
No,
now.
he's not.
But
I'm not saying he's a great person, but
it's
she wasn't
kind of
famous on
crazy to say that Taylor Swift was Kanye did not make Taylor Swift.
It was a mixture of Kanye and the fact that she, like, the Scooter
Was
Braun
a big
stuff.
artist. She was already a
She was
big,
big,
known
but she wasn't
country
as
artist.
big as she is now. Like, I read a thing about how
I'd argue that Kanye might have what Kanye did for Taylor Swift was Kanye made people want to like Taylor Swift.
yes,
Because
that's
what
I'm
he
saying.
did was so fucked up.
Because he made
and
that
bad.
famous.
What he said was so fucked up
It was,
that
and it made people feel bad.
want to like Taylor
Yeah.
Swift. But it's kind of crazy to say that he made her.
I'm not. Well, yeah, I guess I
You
did, say that. I did say
You
that. Well, I
literally
said
said
it
that.
because that's like the argument that people say. Like, people are like, Taylor Swift's creator is Kanye, and so like, I understand that part, but I feel like it's a mixture of different things made people like Taylor Swift, and I feel like her music, because a lot of the stuff, I think it was her first album after like cutting off Scooter Braun, was literally just stuff that she re-released in her own fashion. You know what I mean?
Lost all my soul for.
All right,
Sorry.
hot
But
take.
personally, I don't
All right,
like
here
her.
we go.
Personally, I don't like her.
Hooters hot take.
I feel like Taylor Swift is for only
12-year-old girls.
white bitches
Oh my gosh.
and
He really just
the
said that.
thing.
and like bus rides when you're in elementary school.
I like Taylor Swift some songs.
I like some of her songs because
Like,
I was
You
in
Belong With
elementary
Me is a
school.
banger.
Like
They're
I'm-
catchy, but I don't listen to them in my free time.
like I won't listen to them, but if they came out on my bus ride home, like
I'd nod my head.
Yeah,
like,
like,
yeah.
it's a
That's what I'm
good
saying.
song.
Like, yeah. But it's not like my
but
choice
like
of music.
like right now, I could listen to Katy Perry,
yeah.
but I would not be bumping. Like I won't be.
See, my thing is
Yeah.
that my thing about I think Taylor Swift's music compared to other pop artists like music is that I don't know. I feel like a lot of her songs sound the same, and like a lot of like I'll compare her to like okay. I think one of the best pop artists of all time is Lady Gaga.
I can agree with that.
I think
Kesha.
her.
Tesha too.
At
She's up
least
there.
at my thing, I feel like it's a lot of like production. I think is a big issue for Taylor Swift.
Agreed.
'Cause a lot of her songs are just like I know that she would like the whole aesthetic of like just a girl and her guitar,
Yeah.
but like that only gets you so far.
Right.
Someone's music like Lady Gaga, for example, her like production, the songwriting, the whole thing was just like a
Everything.
new like.
Not only that, but also her performances and how she like presented herself like to the public was a huge thing.
Yeah.
Like,
All right.
her coming out on like the runway with the meat dress, like that was crazy, and people like that's outrageous.
Or like Miley Cyrus.
Miley Cyrus, she's a big one too.
I think she has a lot of songs that suck though.
I do.
She does have a lot of songs that I'm like,
But she
Does
blew
nobody
up.
But she
remember
also
her
has
rap
bangers.
phase of 2014?
Well, we
in
don't.
the
That didn't
clip,
happen. Like that.
Some shades on.
Anybody remember
Tell
that?
it,
That sucked.
It's also
What
like
my
that's.
days.
And
That's
she also has one of my least favorite songs.
well, that's
right
like when
now.
Which
Jake
one?
Paul and Logan
Flowers.
Paul were like
I
rapping.
can't balance. I think
That's
Flowers
like
is
when
catchy.
Rice Gum was.
Rice Gum was
Rice Gum
so,
was generational.
I feel like
God
okay,
Church is
hot take. Rice Gum needs to start making diss tracks again.
Don't look.
I love them.
So loud.
Sorry, y'all. But everyone, I just want to say, take a pause. Stay hydrated.
Stretch.
Grab a sip of your favorite bev.
I got this. Everybody listen to the podcast right now. Pause the podcast. Go listen to God Church, and then come back.
While drinking water and
You should have
stretching.
said go listen to God Church, pause this podcast, and then come back after.
I just said.
Yeah, but you said pause this. They're gonna pause it and not hear what you said.
Oh fuck on me. What the fuck are you doing? Okay, this is gonna be the discussion of why the Wii will never be touched by any other console. I don't think it's the best of all time. Not saying
Okay,
that.
I was about to say.
No, it's not the best of all time. That's the Xbox 360.
But it's in a category of its own.
Because everybody played the Wii.
There is not a
Your
single
favorite
person
grandma.
I know. Well, yes, your least favorite grandma.
Everybody's grandma.
Everybody's
grandma's
grandmas.
mom.
Everybody's mom.
Literally
everybody's dad,
everybody and their
grandpa,
mom.
everybody.
Any
Played.
relative. Like,
Because the Wii,
if
which
you
is
try to give your grandma an Xbox controller and say, hop on the
She is
sticks and play some Call of
having
Duty,
a heart attack.
she's gonna get fragged by some.
But you
by
can
some-
hop,
she's gonna
put
be a
her on
noob.
Just Dance.
All you have to do is
She's chilling.
Because think about it.
If you tell her
And
you
she's
just have to
doing some
swing your
cardio.
arm.
If you hand your grandpa an Xbox 360 controller and tell him to hop
He's
on
not gonna know
COD,
what to do with it.
he's gonna have a Vietnam flashback.
Okay, I don't know. But like, if you
But if you ask your grandpa to throw a Wii, if you ask your grandpa to box
on the Wii,
on the Wii, all you have to do is just swing your arms.
And it's like animated
And it's like
characters that
cardio.
it's fun for
Yeah.
everybody because you can
and it's
create
not
your own
realistic at all.
character.
It's literally just like cartoons. It's like
It's
fun.
memes. It's
It wasn't
memes.
supposed to be realistic.
If you made it this far into the video, drop in the comments who is about to win in this game of Wii bowling.
Yes. It's gonna be me.
Yeah,
I'm gonna win.
Probably Alexia.
probably.
All right, well, that was the podcast.
Episode 1 of the
Episode 1 of the
Like,
podcast.
of the what? The Alien plus Matt.
We don't have
Alien
a name
plus
yet.
Matt.
Please drop
Thank you
suggestions.
on it.
thank you for watching. And
Like.
you guys
Subscribe.
Go in the comments, tell you what you thought
Share
about the
it
first
to your-
episode. Share it to your friends.
Your grandma.
Share it to everybody.
Your mom.
Because this is a universal podcast, just like the Wii.
Genius. That is poetry in motion
Damn.
right there. Damn.
Thank you for listening.